have a special guest for y'all. My man. Oh, you look so good in pink.
Very cozy, very Sherpa lined S.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Alexis. I am an adaptive powerlifter from Pennsylvania, and today I'm going to be reviewing items that I received from Buffbunny collection. Their newest collection is I Am a Warrior collection. That first line had me because being an adaptive powerlifter, I have faced a lot of adversity getting into powerlifting competitions. I did not know it was going to be controversial and that there just was not a space for someone like me. I am missing fingers, toes, I have some nerve damage in my leg. I require some assistive equipment in order to execute exercise moves properly. And in powerlifting competitions, basically it's raw, bare-handed lifting. You're not allowed assistive equipment. I started trying to advocate for powerlifting and more inclusivity with trying to create and usher for more disability divisions to be created within multiple federations. I just kind of felt like it was difficult for me to sign up for a competition and talk to judges and meet directors and presidents of federations and saying, hey, you got to start including disabled people because I don't qualify to compete with the Special Olympics because you have to have an intellectual disability. Totally fine, because I don't think me competing against someone who has Down syndrome is really necessarily an even playing field, right? And then Paralympics only is the bench press. And in Paralympics, you typically do need to have some type of partial paralyzation, which I do not have. And then in normal competitions, I'm not allowed to lift with my assistive equipment for the argument of fairness, because a regular lifter can complain and argue that, hey, she gets to use assistive equipment, she's lifting more than me, let's blame it on the assistive equipment, all that. So I think that first line in the description really kind of spoke to me, and I'm really proud to be rocking these clothes, not just because I love Buffbunny collection. They really cater to women's bodies. They listen to customer feedback. They're very inclusive with their ethnicities and sizes of models, but also the meaning behind the campaign. So I encourage y'all to always read the meanings behind the campaigns because they're usually pretty heartfelt and pretty good. What Buffbunny collection has done in a little breakdown of how they're going to categorize things moving forward, they're going to have pillars, so basically sections in the launches, and they're going to describe them, but they're going to tell you if something is going to be a little bit more essentials, be more for cardio, like classics and essentials, which would be more of their like legacy and new Brave Fabrics items. But I like how they categorized and created these pillars for the different items today. We have a really big collection, lots of good colorways, sadly no prints. We have some neutrals, some pinky tones, some green tones, and then some bluish purple tones. We definitely have some new items, but we also have the return of some like bestsellers and fan favorites. Please use my code Lexi at checkout on any of your Buffbunny collection purchases. This not only gives you a 10% discount, it also gives me commission, but it also allows the team to know that my support is growing. My contract is going to be up in March, so let's make it count. Until then, if you thought this video was helpful, you can use my code or try to support me in any way that you feel comfortable, like liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and maybe even leaving a nice comment, because positivity is free and I think we should spread that shit like glitter online, because you are in control of your time. And I feel like I've had some haters online lately, I'll be honest, and I told myself, like when I first started putting myself out there a few years ago, and having a public account, like, okay, there's going to be haters, there's going to be negativity, you're not going to be everyone's favorite, that's okay. However, I know myself, and I know that I take things very seriously. I told myself, okay, I need to set boundaries for being online. I need to find what my purpose is online. My purpose is spreading adaptive sports awareness and showcasing how I do adapted workouts, because when I started my fitness journey 5-6 years ago, there was no one on social media, no one on YouTube showing when you're missing limbs, here's assistive equipment that you use for all these different exercises. So I want to be that person that I didn't have. And I have been able to help people from all around the world, which is an amazing thing. So I have chosen to make my time online positive. I have never left a bad comment. I have, never hate keyboard warrior fought with anybody. I think the time, in my personal opinion, the time that it takes for you to leave a negative comment or to make fun of somebody, like, and like tear somebody down, is the same amount of time that you could use to make somebody's day, to compliment them, to share a positive post, to share something bringing awareness to something that you're passionate about. Whether it's like a new gaming system, and PlayStation has multiple different like assistive, adaptive control systems. So rather than a regular controller that I actually can't use because I don't have all my fingers, they have like a keyboard, and you can set up the keyboard to be whatever functions you want. Like whether it's gaming, whether it's underwater basket weaving and people holding their breath for longer, you can use your time in a positive manner and you could really change somebody's day for the better. So I just feel like personally you could better use your time. And I went on that little rant because I just thought it was important, and it was something that I've been going through lately. So as always, my measurements will be listed in the description box below. Again, please use my code Lexi if you found this helpful, and let's get into it. First up, we have the new Poshknit Sports Bra. This is coming in 8 different colors. It's very similar to the Collagen Sports Bra, the underbust, contouring, and longer line detail, subtle V neckline, and kind of like how the straps start to lead into a thinner, strap. Poshknit fabric, so it almost has like a suede-like feel to it, and it is a bit of a warmer feel fabric, so it's great for the winter. And Poshknit is going to be about a medium compression and support fabric while still being fairly stretchy. Long line sports bra, straps that lead into a crossover strap back design, a little bit nice and straight across. The straps are adjustable and have encased elastic in them. V neck, removable bust pads. Going into the details, there is a bottom stitch seam at the bottom of the long line that the underbust contouring kind of runs into an end, allows the back to just lay nice and smooth. Silicone Buffbunny emblem. The back straps are held in where that part is sewn into the band in the back, which will lay nice and flat. It won't like dig into your skin uncomfortably. Metal hardware and the straps are of course adjustable. That stitch detailing is pretty thick and durable. It just allows the straps to stretch but not completely roll up and bunch up and lose their like flat shape. Elastic strap is sewn in really nicely into the panels of the bra. Dip in the V is invertedly sewn on the inside of the bra. Stitch seam that separates the bust pads are removable from the top, and in the back it's just a nice simple panel. These are both a size large. Poshknit Twist Sports Bra, the deadlift collection, and it was just so tight and ill-fitting, especially around the neck. That back strap was so thin and it just kept bunching and rolling up on me, so I wasn't crazy about that. I really have high hopes for this longer line Poshknit Sports Bra because strap being so high, it'll give a lot of good lat coverage, and the fabric feels exactly the same as it did in the deadlift collection. It's the same as the Collagen Sports Bra, just where you have the underbust contouring and a longer line. The Revolution Sports Bra, that basically the height of the sports bra and length of it is going to be the same. Okay, so first off, oh crap, my light just stopped working. Okay, so anyway, first off, the bra is really flattering. I think that underbust contouring looks really great on the chest. It really is comfortable. Here it is from the side profile. I do think it does dig in just a little bit into the back. It's just a little bit tight on that bottom stitch seam, that bottom long line, but I do have like a wider upper body frame, so it is a little hard to cater to the growing wings. Here it is from the other side. I think it does seem a little bit tight. I know the design team has tried to upgrade the overall fit of Poshknit, but I do think in the back this does look just a little ill-fitting on me when I'm relaxed. For a jump test, I have a smaller chest, so I would say this is more of a light to medium support sports bra. I think you could have some spillage if you have a larger bust. That bottom long line, because it does have a stitch seam in it, I feel like that's a pro and a con. When you're standing upright, it's going to hold you more into place, but when you're bending over, it's going to roll up. That's kind of annoying. I don't think it has a great amount of armpit and lat coverage. I think for the side, if you have a larger bust, this is going to pull down a little bit and it's going to expose you even more. So I wish it did have a little bit more higher armpit coverage and then a little bit more coverage in the back, but this is definitely an upgrade compared to the Poshknit Twist Bra that we saw in the deadlift collection. The fabric is pretty durable. I've worn my Poshknit leggings quite a bit to the gym, and the fabric has held up pretty well. It does pill a little bit, so try not to rub against, too much. And in terms of being sweat wicking, I don't think Poshknit fabric is sweat wicking. I do think if you get it wet, you're going to be able to see your sweat stains, and I don't think it's going to dry very fast because that fabric is like warm, suede-like feel, and I think it will kind of hold in moisture. So this is a bra that is good for colder weather or colder gym settings. Jump up and down. I just don't think that this is very supportive for a larger chest size. In order to do that, I think they needed to kind of make those straps a little bit wider, and that this is true to size. However, if you're in between sizes, sizing up just depends on the size of your bust. You know, it's tough if you have a really small frame but a really large bust. I don't think this bra is for you. I think if you have an average size frame and an average size bust, then it's true to size. But I think if you are like me and you have a bigger upper body frame and a flatter chest, I think stay true to size, potentially size up, because of the lat area, the back band and the lat area just kind of digging in on you. Overall, I'm gonna have to give this bra an 8 out of 10, and the reason why it loses 4 half points for me and my personal preferences, because number one, that bottom band just keeps rolling up on me, and I think it's because that bottom stitch seam. Number two, I wish that the straps were a little bit wider for a little bit more support. Third thing, I wish it had more coverage in the side, because I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I just feel like if I was jumping around doing cardio, this is definitely not a cardio top. You know, you have the susceptibility of this rolling down. And then the fourth thing, I do wish that this band was, I don't know, either a little bit higher and rise, or if it was just a little bit less tight, because it is like sewn at the tops of the stitch seams, and I just feel like it's still, I don't know, it just doesn't sit super well on me, and I feel like I notice the bottom stitch seam there too. So those four things are just not within my preference, but I do think it's still a solid, like pretty well structured bra, but I think on me and my frame, it's just not exactly there for me. Next up, we have the Airbrush Impact Sports Bra. We last saw this sports bra in Nancy's Journey collection, and back then it was a little bit different. It was made of Elysium fabric, and this Airbrush Impact Sports Bra is made of Airbrush fabric, so it's considered a higher support and compression sports bra. It's considered long line. This was revamped to also fit a little bit more true to size. It's a wider elastic band that was added to the entire like bottom of the sports bra just to kind of hold you in a little bit better, and there are some mesh panel inserts in the front and in the back, and has a wider racer back design with another mesh insert here that's kind of, I call it like a wishbone shape, so it creates this multi-dimensional keyhole opening with silicone Buffbunny emblem. It does come with removable bust pads. Going into the details, the very bottom band, there is a wide elastic band that is enclosed in that like folded over layer of airbrush fabric. It is stretchy, but I think it'll hold you into place. There's a thick stitch seam at the bottom of the bust that I think will also help kind of hold you in. Mesh insert is well constructed, where it has that airbrush fabric on the edges. I want to say is the same as the mesh material that was used in some of the jackets that Buffbunny collection had in the past. The stitching is so well done, where it's like it's folded and sewn so nicely where it will like stretch with you as you move. Good amount of coverage on the side boob, so I don't think you'll have any side boob spillage. Inside of the bra, removable bust pads from the side stitch at the top of the like bra shelf line, so that way the bra pad doesn't move around too much. And that bottom like wide band shell of the airbrush fabric is sewn together on the sides, but it feels really smooth. Like I don't think it's thick, and you know the stitching's gonna dig into you. I feel like it's gonna lay nice and smooth. So, and there's that. This is the Revolution Sports Bra, and I will say it's a tiny bit longer compared to the... Okay, this bra is fire. It is so stinking cute and very comfortable. So, I thought that the bottom, like, long line would really, like, dig into me, and it doesn't roll up when I'm moving around, so that was actually pretty surprising. But the sides do come up pretty high, so you have a really good amount of side boob coverage, and in the back it does not dig into me. It is really comfortable. I'm just in awe, like the whole design, the fit. It's wide frame friendly. The airbrush fabric is pretty durable. I wear the airbrush laser leggings and airbrush laser cut sports bra all the time. Airbrush fabric does not pill. I've worn my leggings, the airbrush laser cut leggings, quite a bit to the gym, and they have never pilled. Very good at sweat wicking. It's not gonna hold in any moisture. It's gonna dry it pretty fast because it's a performance and very sleek kind of fabric, so it's not going to show sweat. It is pet fur friendly because it's such a sleek fabric. The bra is true to size. If anything, I would actually say size down, because I again have a big upper body frame and a kind of flat chest profile, but I feel like I have kind of a lot of extra room on the sides. I do think it runs just a tiny bit big. The underbust band, I expected it to be a lot tighter, but it's actually pretty roomy. I would say it fits well for true to size. If anything, size down. I'm really impressed and happy with this bra. I did not get to try the original. I will have to give this a 9.5 out of 10. I'm actually a really big fan of it, especially the back. The back is so stinking cute and comfortable. I don't even notice all the straps. So the only thing that I'm not in favor for is just the extra room in the armpit / bust area. I'm a huge fan. It's not tight on my neck. It's just a really good bra, so I'm very happy with it. Next up, we have the Plush Fleece Bralette, coming in a variety of different colors. It is made of the new Plush Fleece fabric, so it's going to be a little bit stretchy. A medium support lounge bra, a midline sports bra because it has just a little bit of a wide length elastic band at the bottom, an embroidered Buffbunny emblem on the side. You want to make sure that you wash the items before you wear them, because so when I brush, this up against it, you're going to collect some fibers. A U-shaped back opening, straps that lead into a crossover simple design. Those straps are adjustable with metal hardware. This is a simple bralette. It does not come with bust pads or any slots where you can add bust pads. It doesn't have like a doubly lined bra shelf. It's literally just this piece of fabric. But up close, the fabric is almost ribbed. Stretchy, I would say not as stretchy as cloud fabric. It's like a sheep's fur look and feel. It's very soft and luxurious, so it's like cloud fabric but a more brush on the inside, probably just as dense as cloud fabric. So the bottom of the bra, the elastic band is simply stitched on top of the fabric, kind of U-shaped open back. The neckline has this ribbed fabric and it is folded in half and runs all throughout the tops of the bra. That ribbed fabric is also used in the straps. And it feels like the straps have a thin elastic band that's encased in there that allows these to still lay nice and flat. It does have metal hardware for the adjustable straps. Because usually Buffbunny collection doesn't leave their straps exposed like this, but it seems like nice fine stitching, so I hope that doesn't like dig into me or bother me. I have a gathering like stitch seam for the front and back to be connected, and in the back you can just see that elastic straps on this cloud bralette definitely fell off my shoulders quite a bit, and the straps weren't as well done, so when they stretched out they did kind of like twist on me and like it was heavy. And have a bra shelf line where you have removable bust pads, and so this is 2 pieces of fabric, and I do think it looks really cute. A midline bra, which is a light support lounging kind of bra. The straps aren't as supportive as I thought they might be. They're pretty dang stretchy. In the back it fits comfortably. I don't even notice like the thick band, and actually, I don't even notice the elastic band at the bottom here. Wearing it, it's pretty comfortable. From the side profile, I don't think it's, tight and digs into my lats. I feel like it might pill, but if you're lounging in it, you're not really going to be, like rubbing up against like a turf surface, so I think you'll be okay. I don't think it's going to be sweat wicking, as it's such a dense fabric, it's going to kind of hold that in. I do think that this is true to size. If anything, you can size down because the fabric is kind of stretchy, and I have gaping and just extra room within the bust area, but that's because, again, I have a wide upper body frame and a flatter, chest. I think I'm going to have to give this a 9 out of 10, and the bra loses 2 half points for me and my personal preferences, because number one, I wish that the straps were just a little bit wider, and that maybe they were made out of that plush fabric. I don't know, just to give them a little bit more structure, because they're so stretchy. There's no support. And then number two, I do wish that it had some sort of inner liner, even if it was like that cotton fabric that is on the inside of the pant pockets. I think it would have been good, because like my nipples don't really need to feel that plush fabric. I have bust pads on currently, so the bust pads are kind of between me and that plush fabric. But other than that, yeah, I think it's a really nice, simple lounge bra. So next up, we have the new Shapeshifter bodysuit, and this is coming in 3 different colors. It is made of the Poshknit fabric, so it has that suede-like warming to the touch feel to it. It is a There is like a double lined torso and thigh area. On the inside, there is a mesh fabric material that helps just kind of keep you snatched in, so almost like shapewear. That mesh paneling is right in the middle of the back, and it runs down into like the top of the glute stitch seam. So I think it's going to compress here and just kind of help accentuate your glutes. Is not in the glute area, but it is added in the pant legs, and I think that's going to help just kind of compress your upper thighs and help accentuate your booty. Runs until across your thigh, the like stomach part of the bodysuit. That mesh paneling runs all the way down below the knee area. I want to say that the mesh panels in this Airbrush bra are pretty much the same mesh material that we see on the inside of this bodysuit. 26-inch inseam. I'm going to go over the like features on the top half and then the bottom half. But underbust contour, have that bra shelf line that leads into these straps. In the back, this is a like high coverage bodysuit, and the straps have metal hardware that are tonal. The straps, I believe, have some elastic in them, and I like how they're like sewn inward, so you can't really see like the stitch seams. They're connected and sewn into the base of the bodysuit outline of like what would be perceived the bra portion of the bodysuit. Silicone emblem, a single glute contour. The glute rise is simply a like simple stitch seam. Triangle crotch gusset is an under the glute stitch seam that is supposed to just kind of help situate your glutes and make them look a little bit more pronounced. Some stitch seams that start about at the hips and cross over a little bit below the knee, and those give it a little bit more of like a sporty look. And then, you know, tapers down into a legging opening. Again, the stitch quality and everything that Buffbunny collection does is so well done. From the side, we can see that we have one big stitch seam that runs all the way down, and then we have two smaller stitch seams. One goes into the bottom of the glutes, and then one runs in the front of the pant leg, right below the knee, so that gives it more of a sporty look. On the inside of the bodysuit, there is a bra shelf stitch seam separator. So at the top, there is a stitch there, so that way the bust pads don't move around too much. Bust pads are removable from a side slit. The stitch detailing for that under bust contouring, and that is going to lend just a little bit of holding you in. I wouldn't necessarily say that that's going to give you support. So right off the bat, I think that this bodysuit is going to be light support for the bust. Bra band, if you will, in the back. These are Rosa leggings, and that kind of fine stitch seam detailing more resembles what we see in the bodysuit. I believe in the Boyfriend or Genesis collection, they are just about the same height coverage, so just kind of keep that in mind. Body, I love the way that it looks. Getting it on was a little bit of a struggle, and I'll share with y'all. You want to make sure you get the pant leg on like a little bit above the ankle and then work your way up. You're putting on shapewear, but this essentially is like shapewear. It just kind of makes me look a little bit more snatched in the waist, and I'm loving that. It looks good in the back. It has enough like height in the back, and it doesn't dig into my sides, and that compression from the mesh paneling in the back really does compress your back fat down and just helps that shelf pop a little bit more. And then that bottom glute stitch seam definitely helps the booty pop a little bit more, so it is very flattering. Small, flat chest friendly. I think if you have a larger bust, just because that short rise in the bra shelf, you're not going to have a whole lot of coverage, and the straps are kind of thin. The Poshknit fabric is pretty durable. I have Poshknit leggings from the Deadlift collection that I wear all the time, and they don't pill. I did a few squats in this bodysuit, and none of the stitches seemed to like pop on me. Everything seemed to, you know, stretch and ebb and flow properly. Those stitch seams, especially underneath the glutes, are, you know, pretty durable. And I don't think that this is sweat wicking, so I do feel like wearing this to the gym, you're going to be pretty hot because it's double layered. You're going to sweat and you're going to know it. Like, in my opinion, this is more of a lifestyle piece, or wear to the gym if your gym's a little colder, or, you know, if you don't mind sweating a lot. The lighter colors, I do think you're going to be able to see sweat. Poshknit fabric doesn't dry as fast. Like, if you have a larger natural bust, it's just not going to sit well for you. So I would say stay true to size. If you're a larger bust, I just don't think that this is really a bodysuit for you, just because of the way that it's cut. And for the squat test, I am wearing printed bikini style underwear. Overall, I think I'm gonna have to give this an 8.5 out of 10. The reason why the bodysuit loses 3 half points for me and my personal preferences is because, number one, I think with Poshknit fabric, it's not like a true 4-way stretch fabric. So when you stretch it out this way, it's going to kind of pull up it looks shorter on me, and I'm 5'6". These come up kind of short on me. So this is the length of them. They come above a few, maybe 2.5, 3 inches above my ankle height. So I just feel like they're not exactly full length. So you could wear the new scrunch socks with them, or crew socks. But number two, I do wish that the straps for the bust were just a little bit wider. It looks great on the mid part, but it just doesn't give me as much coverage there as I would like on the sides. And then the third thing, the mesh lining was not fully necessary for the back. Just makes it hot, like I'm sweating in this room wearing it. So I just feel like it adds to the compression, but it's not fully necessary. It's a really great new higher compression bodysuit from Buffbunny collection. I'm used to their legacy bodysuits, and I wear those actually to the gym quite often. Those have like light to medium compression, whereas this definitely has more medium to high compression throughout the waist. So I definitely feel held in and good. But yeah, it's just, I feel like I'm going to be sweating a lot in this one. Is the everyday airbrush legging, and this is only coming in 3 different colors. Airbrush fabric we have seen before with the airbrush laser cut leggings where they had like cutouts around the outer thighs. So we have seen airbrush leggings before, and these are considered a high compression, high rise legging. The top of the waistband is simply the airbrush fabric folded in half onto itself. You can kind of see how that goes there. You have your main waistband stitch seam here, and then you have a very small kind of wider stitch crossover stitch design, so that's really cute. And no front rise seam. It just looks like that because it was folded in half on the package. So it has a triangular crotch gusset instead of a double crotch gusset that runs along down the side. So I think the triangular crotch gusset is great. It's not gonna, you know, have camel toe. It probably worked out better with this fabric. Full length legging coming in at 26-inch inseam length. It does look like it has 2 stitch seams that taper here, but on the back side, it's have like a sporty stitch seam on the back side that runs from the calf all the way down. And in the back, and have that double arch glute contour, the silicone Buffbunny emblem. It seems like the front of the waistband, that panel goes into the back, and then there's this kind of like back of the waist contour that goes inward towards the waistband, and I think that's just going to help it kind of hold up a little bit better. Simple stitch seam, no like elastic band on the inside, I believe. You have that side stitch that kind of runs down into the back of the ankle. There's no significant design features to report, and on the inside back there is no elastic band. It is just a simple stitch seam for the glutes to separate, so nothing too invasive. Here are the airbrush laser cut leggings. Have these laser cut holes that give a contouring effect. The front part of the waistband is bonded together, so it's the fabric folded onto itself and folded in half, and that makes the waistband, but there's like some type of adhesive that keeps it together, and you can just kind of hear how thick, and it's very structured. It's not flimsy, whereas the waistband on the new airbrush leggings is a little flimsy. There's not a stitch seam. It's simply the airbrush fabric folded in half, and you can kind of see that if I pull there. These are both size large, not as wide in the waistband compared to the airbrush laser cut. Okay, and just for rise height comparison with the legacy legging and the Rosa legging, the complete rise height is going to be almost that of the Rosa leggings, ultra high rise. Their distance from the crotch gusset to the waistband is a little bit more similar to the legacy leggings. Back rise of the leggings is a little bit between legacy and Rosa. So I kind of feel like some of the leggings recently, like the Poshknit leggings from the Deadlift collection, they kind of dipped down in the back, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. His height up until the waistband is more close to the legacy, but the waistband height is that of the Rosa. I do not like these leggings. I'm just going to tell you off the bat. They keep rolling down on the front, and if I bend over to grab something, they keep sliding down in the back. They are just not it. If you're standing still, they look really great. They're pretty flattering. They smooth out my fupa pretty well. It's a high compression, sleek fabric. I just don't think that they're big booty friendly, so I have a large bum. These are pulled up to the appropriate height. If I move around, you can just see them slide down. Like the sides just keep rolling down on me. You know, I'm jiggly, I'm soft, I'm thick, like I got a real body. These are just not it for me. I don't think they're super flattering on the glutes. They don't accentuate them in any way. I'm also wearing printed bikini style underwear, and These are not super squat proof. I have some pretty thick cellulite on this side, and I don't think that you can see it. This fabric is pretty durable. I wear my purple airbrush laser leggings all the time. They have never pilled or ripped. They're pretty sweat wicking. They are such a lightweight, like slick performance fabric. They dry sweat pretty quickly. I don't think that, you know, pet hair will like stick to this. I would say size up if you're a thicker girl like me or have a shorter torso. You know, maybe that rolling down won't bother you as much, but it definitely bothers me. The overall fit is just not it for me. So I'm gonna have to give these a 7 out of 10. The reason why it loses 3 whole points for me: number 1, I just think they don't fit well. They're ill-fitting. Number 2, the waistband is kind of just not it. It just keeps rolling down. It's not great. Number 3, squat test. The length is okay, but I think that they're not necessarily a full length legging because I'm 5'6" and they come above my ankle. So, and then it's just not it for me. So I would not recommend these to y'all unless you're a very lean body type. So yeah, are the Plush Fleece Joggers, 4 different colors. This is a 30-inch inseam length jogger, so it is going to be longer. It's going to look a little baggier, but because it's a jogger and it's tapered with elastic at the ankles, it's not going to drag on the ground. It has an embroidered Buffbunny emblem logo right next to the pockets, and the pockets are not lined with the plush fleece, lined with a simple cotton. So these do come with drawstrings. Drawstrings are Buffbunny engraved, like a silicone kind of feel to them. Top waistband does have an elastic band inside, and you can of course pull these to kind of cater towards your size or fold them down. Same elastic band and scrunched up design is what you see also in the pant leg. The pant leg has a good amount of size to it, so if you have thicker ankles like me, I think you'll be fine. There's a simple stitch seam that runs all the way down the pant leg, crotch stitch seam, and yeah, just a nice simple design in the front, and in the back it is just a nice simple design. Again, it's a sweatpant, it's a jogger, so there's not really a whole lot to it, but there are no additional pockets on the inside. That cotton fabric lining for the pockets there, and that is pretty much it. Here's the difference between cloud fabric and the new plush fleece fabric. At the manufacturer, they literally have a machine that brushes the fabric, and the plush is just a very thick layer of that plushy, super nice lamb coat kind of feel to it, whereas the cloud is not as apparent. The cloud fabric is really stretchy. The plush fabric is not as stretchy, and what I love about the cloud fabric is that when you stretch it out, it kind of retracts back into place. So I've never experienced where in the knee area from sitting for a long time, it's super stretched out and it kind of like bulges out from the knees in the cloud joggers. I'm very interested to see how the plush fleece fabric holds up with like the knee bulging. So I'm kind of like sitting on my knees and trying to wear test the joggers. The knees of the joggers stretched out a little bit. Super comfortable. I love how warm they feel, and they're like the cloud fabric 2.0, being more plush on the inside. I do think that the pant legs do run pretty long. You can tuck this under, or you could just wear it kind of slouchy like that, as I can definitely like fit my phone. These are not going to be sweat wicking. They are definitely going to show sweat because it's more of a dense cotton-like fabric, and I think the fabric is going to be fairly durable. I don't know why, but I kind of get the feeling that they're going to pill. I'm interested to see if these pill. My cloud fabric joggers barely pilled in the inner thighs, and I wear those a lot. I do kind of get the feeling that these will pill just based off of the threads fabric pilling on me. I definitely think these are true to size. If you want, you could size down for a more fitted feel. I would honestly give these a 10 out of 10. I do think that they are exactly as described. They're really comfortable. I don't think that they're going to give you like huge bulging knee marks when you sit for a long time. I'll give y'all an update on my Instagram stories if it does, but it's just a very comfortable plushy sweatpant. I personally think these are my new favorite sweatpants. These would be great not only as a lounge wear pant, but also as a little pump cover for when you're going to the gym. If you want to wear shorts to the gym, you can just throw these on over, and I think these would be great. Definitely a big fan of these. I messed up. I ordered a 3XL in the new plush fleece zip-up hoodie because I like stuff that covers my butt. I've just been a little bit more self-conscious, so I ordered a 3XL thinking it would be long enough to cover my butt. So Buffbunny collection does taper their items where like the larger size you go, it will be higher in rise or be a little bit longer in length, just to kind of cater to the different, body types and give you the right amount of coverage each size you go up. And I do not think that it is tapered for the zip-up hoodie because this sits right at my hips and just like it did for the model. So I'm a little, I messed up. Ribbed look to it. It does feel like very soft and like pushy, plushy. Bat wing, larger sleeves, pockets. It is a regular zip-up hoodie. It has embroidered Buffbunny collection on the left sleeve. The cuffs and the very bottom lining of the hoodie are this jersey fabric. Pretty stretchy. Buffbunny engraved emblem in the metal hardware zipper, and the zippers are of course tonal, so it all matches. And it has a little slight protector for the zipper at top, that way you don't like catch your hair as readily. The hood, oversized. This does not have draw cords or strings to kind of tighten around the head. In the back, it is nice and simple. So there is a hidden pocket on the inside of the pocket, and it has that soft mesh material. I want to say this is the same that we saw in the Airbrush bra like panel. That's the same mesh, I believe. And that is hidden on the inside of that plushy, nice pocket. Both pockets have a hidden mesh pocket. Inside, it is pretty simple. I'm surprised they didn't put like a little hanger loop there. And from this angle, you can kind of see just how nice that fabric is. The biggest difference between plush fabric is that plush fabric is extremely brushed. This is me trying to stretch it, and then this is cloud fabric. It's a lot more stretchy. I have a special guest for y'all, my man. So this is the 3XL on him. Turn around. Okay, see the bat wings? Okay, and can you get closer to the wall? The wall. Okay, so good crop on him. Turn around. So it's a little, it's more his size than my size. How does it feel? Tell me, how does it feel?
It feels nice. I really like the embroidery. I don't know if you can.
Oh, look at him. Give it a review.
So I don't know if it's focused or not.
Everybody, this is my fiance, Joe. Can you bend down a little bit so they can see you? Okay. And so how does the hood feel?
It's pretty nice. It's very cozy. Yeah.
So maybe if they come out with a unisex line again, but with this like plush fabric, maybe I'll get you a hoodie. But 3XL.
This is the shortest. This is like crop. This is not
I think that's,
regular hoodie
that's
length.
like it's supposed to look like on me, but I goofed up and got a 3XL. So go ahead and feel the pockets, how plush and soft they are. I know. You look so good in pink.
Oh, no.
It's
Actually,
funny.
this extra pocket's kind of nice. You can kind of keep things separated.
Yeah. Okay, stand up tall. All right, y'all. So I'm 5'6", 5'5" 3/4", whatever, and he is 6'7". So I think we can see that you don't want to size up in the sweater because even on him,
it's deep. It's like this is very deep.
yeah, the bat wing sleeves are just a little bit much even on him.
But they're definitely longer sleeves because like this is my regular sweater length. I am a baby and I really love this. This is very comfortable and I swear I would buy it again. Very cozy, very Sherpa-lined-esque.
The only thing it's missing is drawstrings for the hood, but I think the hood has a lot of good space, you know. So,
Yeah,
anyway.
we need some drawstrings and this extra extended long drawstrings that would really give this a nice flare. The bat wings are very cozy, very cuddle material.
Okay, thank you for the review. Appreciate you. He always makes fun of me and is like, "Hi, I'm a baby. This is my review." So I had to bring him in here and kind of laugh at him, but yeah, that's how big the sweater looks. It's so luxurious and cozy. I love it. It feels like I'm being swallowed up by a big teddy bear. So it's very comfortable. It's right about mid booty on me, nice and simple. Again, I love how big that hood is. This probably runs true to size. Do not size up, because if you size up, it's not going to be longer, it's just going to be wider. And look how big those batwing sleeves are. It's a 9.5 out of 10. And the reason why it loses 1/2 point for me and my personal preferences is because I do wish that the hood had drawstrings, just because if it's windy or whatever, I usually do like drawstrings. Okay, really quick honorary mentions are at the Colorado Flare legging. So the Colorado leggings initially launched, I think, in the boyfriend collection. Does not fit the same as the regular legging because the rise height in the waistband was decreased by 1/2 inch. The waistband was taken in a little bit, and the design team said that they did that way the waistband doesn't slide down as much. The bottom of the waist stitch seam is a little bit more relaxed, that way it doesn't kind of dig into your belly, and it now has a triangular crotch gusset rather than a double crotch gusset, just to kind of mitigate any kind of camel toe. The Colorado zip jacket is the same design style as what we last saw it in like the Black Friday launch, where the overall fit was adjusted to be more true to size, and then the sleeves were given 1 inch so they weren't as tight. The Colorado sports bra, it used to have a hood, now it doesn't. There is a new Poshknit legging that has a hidden scrunch in the rise height, and it has a deep V in the back. I got a big old booty, and I just figured, like, I just didn't think it would work for me. So my top picks from this entire I Am a Warrior launch will have to be the Airbrush sports bra. Chef's kiss. It is so great. I just wish it was a little bit more form-fitting, so I'm going to have to order a size medium, and I'll keep y'all posted on my IG stories if the medium suits me a little bit better. So I do think it runs just a little bit big, but also this plush fleece is amazing. It's so luxurious. I don't care that I got the wrong size. It feels like a cozy blanket. I'm keeping it. It's amazing. So those are my top picks from this launch, and my least favorite from the whole launch will definitely be the Airbrush leggings. I just think the overall fit was bad, and the waistband was bad. It's not the same feeling as the purple Airbrush leggings, so I just am not a fan, and I wear those all the time. But anyway, if y'all made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please use my athlete's code LEXI, L-E-X-I, at checkout on any of your Buffbunny collection purchases to save 10%, but also give me commission and let the team know that my support is growing. Or use my link. My link is in my Instagram bio, and you can also find it below in the description box. I hope y'all are having a really good start to the New Year's. I know a lot of times people think like the change in the calendar date means a new change in you. I definitely was a New Year's resolution goer when it came to my health journey. I started off with Zumba classes and Pilates classes, which are super fun. I love the community aspect of it, and got into running, and then eventually got into strength training, and eventually got into powerlifting. So, you know, being a New Year's resolution goer is not a bad thing. Definitely be patient with more people at the gym. No matter what your activity level is, even if you're, you know, just walking and trying to be more mobile, I'm super proud of you, because it's not easy getting out of your comfort zone. So honestly, kudos to you. Start off small, have a plan, don't burn yourself out in the beginning. I think are, you know, the biggest advice keys that I could, you know, give y'all that helped me. Time management is a big one. And I hope y'all have a fantastic year. You reach all of your goals, no matter what they are: health, business, financial, whatever. And thank you for being here. Again, please support me in any way that you feel is suitable for you. Leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a nice comment if you feel up to it.